Good afternoon and welcome to lesson 9, which is about the vanishing point or perspective. Now, the trouble when you're moving something from one picture into another is that it sits incorrectly because it has a different perspective. For instance, if we opened up this photo of a Paris building site and we wanted to put some posters on the wall, such as this one here, we would copy it into the picture and then make it the right size with Control T, shrink it down, and using the movement tool move it onto the fence. But as you can see, it looks rather silly and is sitting at the wrong angle. What we want it to look like is more like this. Okay, so how do we manage to do that? Well, firstly, we open up this one again. There it is, and we need to firstly go to Layer, make a duplicate layer as always. We then go to Filter, Vanishing Point, and we go to a different window. Now in this window we need to draw our perspective lines. So we're on the right setting. We pick a point on the fence, because that'll give us the most accurate disappearing. Straight down to the bottom of the fence. Click. Drag it up, probably about this far is far enough. We're not going to bring it any further back than that. Then we pull the fence up. See if I can get a straight line happening at the back there. And there is our perspective grid. Now the next thing we need to do is to import our poster into the grid. But in fact, what we need to do is first OK that, and then open up a new layer, layer 1, we're on that, and if we go to Filter, Vanishing Point, the grid is already on that layer as well. Just something else that's worth knowing, you can also do the sideways across and it maintains the same vanishing point. So if you actually grabbed hold of this one and held Control, you can pull it out across that way and it holds exactly the same perspective at a different angle. But it can also be useful as well. So we need to import our poster, Control V, drag it onto the fence, and there it is. Now, we need to make it smaller obviously. So what we need to do is to find the bottom. There it is. Control T for transform. Let's make it smaller. Something to grab onto. Sort of a long way of doing it, but really small. And it takes a while. I suppose you could make the thing smaller in the first place, but okay, it's the wrong shape. Moving along. There it is. We need to make it small that way. It's looking much better. We'll bring it on to our thing where we want it. Squeeze it up a little bit more. Very nice. Okay. Now we just want to make it a little bit bigger so that it fits in there. And there is our poster on the right vanishing point lines. So we now, you can just hit enter and there it is on there. Now what you also need to do, just to make it look a little bit more realistic, is to change the opacity. So we just want to get a little bit of that fence coming through so that it looks like it's on it rather than sitting independently. So we've got a little bit of that corrugated metal, those lines coming through, and there we go. A poster put into the correct perspective so that it looks very realistic. Okay, and you can continue to add more if you like and end up with something like this one. I do like the second poster, makes it look more real, and also I've got a few tags in the top there. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you in lesson 10.